You gave me quite a shock. I don't expect to see strangers here at this time of day. You are visitors to the castle, I suppose? Well then, welcome. Welcome to the castle of Ashby de la Zouch. Oh, I'm afraid I cannot welcome you in the manner that once I would have done. The castle has suffered so much over the centuries, but nevertheless, come. I used to live here. I came here when I was first married. This was my home. But it was never like this. Nobody lives here now. Nobody's lived here for a very long time. Me? Oh, I am the Countess of Huntingdon, Elizabeth Hastings. I was Elizabeth Stanley when I was born in 1588. My husband was Henry Hastings, the 5th Earl of Huntingdon. You know, we were little more than children when we were married. I, a mere girl of 13, and he only 2 years older. But that was the way then. My daughter-in-law, Lucy, was only 10 when she was married to my son, Ferdinando. Of course, such young couples didn't usually live together in their early years of marriage. And that's how it was for me and Henry. He was away in London finishing his education. So I was very lonely at first. Oh, there was a great household here in the castle, of course. But I missed Henry and longed for his return. I used to console myself by writing him a great many letters. Oh yes, I was quite the writer. You know, people always assume that because we were people of quality, of high rank, and owned the castle, that we must be very wealthy. Well, Henry did own a great deal of land and property, but during our lives, we were burdened with crippling debt. Why, I myself had to take action to support Henry in his suit against the Lord Treasurer at one time. And do not imagine that all of this was due to our profligacy. Oh no, we inherited massive debts from Henry's forebears. Why, at one time, we had to pawn the bed and bedding. Imagine the shame. My letters ensured that we got it all back again as soon as we had the money. And Henry did much to enhance the status of the family during his life. Oh yes, Henry exerted great power and influence during his lifetime. And I come from royal stock, I would have you know. Indeed. Why yes, at one time I was 3rd in line to the throne of England. But when the old Queen died, I was passed over in favour of James. Yes, King James, the first. Oh, I know of no other King James. There was certainly none before him. And after, well, I wouldn't know about that. King James the First. First and last, I call him. I had the better claim. My great-great-grandmother was the sister of King Henry. Yes, Henry VIII. And he named her as his heir. But then she predeceased him. But I still maintain that I had the better claim. Still, that's all long in the past now. And we did have such times here in the castle. I'll never forget the grand occasions. For example, the magnificent masque that was held to honour my mother, the Countess of Derby, in 1607. She was the Dowager Countess by then. My dear father, the Earl of Derby, having passed away some years before. Oh, but it was a splendid occasion. Have you ever been to a masque? Oh, it was wonderful. It started outside the castle. You pass through that archway and I'll join you out there and tell you all about it. The castle was beautifully decorated for the occasion. Why, out here they created a beautiful archway decorated with silver scrolls, and the battlements were hung with gilt shields and other wonders. Oh, Henry put on such a magnificent show. He was so good at it. He learnt his art during his education at Gray's Inn. That establishment was very well known for its plays and masques, and Henry was always such a great patron of the arts. He entertained the king here and several times in Leicester. But on that day, we knew at once when my mother was approaching, because the trumpet sounded so loudly as soon as she was in sight of the park. And she was greeted here at the entrance by an enchantress dressed all in red velvet, and Saturn was here too. And then my mother proceeded to our great chamber. Come, come, I'll show you. Oh, I'm forgetting. You cannot pass this way. They blocked up the old door. But no matter, I'll take you round another way. Come. Come. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not such a grand entrance as once it would have been. But nevertheless, come in, come. Look up there. It's hard to believe that up there on the first floor was once our great chamber. My mother would have proceeded up the grand staircase, and there at the top was the enchantress again, but now dressed all in white. And she paid my mother a great compliment by saying that it was the beauty of her eyes that had brought about the transformation. And then my lady mother proceeded into the great chamber itself, accompanied by beautiful music played on the oboes. And there was Cynthia, the moon goddess, in her chariot, and Ariadne on a cloud, and the two of them went up and down the full height of the chamber as though they had wings. And then a curtain was drawn aside and revealed 8 maskers in full armour, all in a woodland setting. Oh, it was enchanting. And there was plenty of singing and dancing too, and feasting, of course. Finally, when my mother was departing, I and 13 other ladies recited specially written beautiful poetry to her. Yes, quite a day. But you know, I did once attend an even grander masque, not here, but at the royal court. And I was kissed by the king and the queen. But perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned that. I wouldn't want you to think that I was a silly or frivolous woman. Oh no, I was very serious-minded. I was known for my piety and learning. I used to spend a considerable amount of time setting down my thoughts on the scriptures in writing, and I wrote a great many letters. I wonder if any of them have survived. I also did my duty as a good wife. I gave birth to 4 children. First came Lady Elizabeth when I was 17, and then sweet Alice, named for my mother, and then 2 darling sons, Ferdinando and Henry. Ferdinando would have gone on to inherit his father's title as the 6th Earl of Huntingdon. Oh, but that would have been after I fell very ill, you see, during a visit to London. That didn't stop me with my studies. I went on setting down my thoughts and contemplations on death, which came very soon after. Oh, I'm not real. How could I be? I died at Whitefriars in 1633. Oh, do not be afraid. I mean you no harm. Oh, but I can see you're anxious to depart now. Well, go and see the rest of the castle, what there is left of it. Go and see our great tower, built by our ancient ancestor William Hastings. And if you're feeling brave, there is an underground tunnel. Oh, don't worry, I won't follow you down there. I must be departing myself. The grave is calling me back. Although I died in London, I was carried back here to the family vault for my eternal rest. And so I'll bid you good day, my lords, ladies.